Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube page and this session on reflections. I'm exploring the different facets that come through the various activities that I do and the work that I do with clients, and thinking about the kind of things that help us have a sense of joy, peace and happiness, and to find ways to reduce stress, chaos, uncertainty and difficulties that we face in life. And more so at times of the year, especially in December, where a lot of people who celebrate the holidays in some sort of way will, alongside their usual everyday activities of, running the house, going shopping, looking after the kids, or supporting elderly parents and other siblings, also have the extra responsibilities as well as more activity at school, end of year activities in work, whether that's projects coming to an end or even the tax year. Those stresses can add on top of what is already a challenging time for a lot of people. And one of the themes that runs through my work, and has actually run through my work for the last 4 years in different ways, is around fatigue, tiredness, and burnout. Now, I've experienced burnout twice in my life, and anyone that's going through burnout and experiencing that, if you're not sure you're going through that, you just need to Google really what are the top signs of burnout. But for me, one of the what happened in one time of my life is I was coming to the end of a relationship, and I was finalizing the thesis for my psychotherapy training at the time. And I was also doing the usual activities that we're talking about now. I had 2 children, young children, and it was a case of getting them to school, studying, and everything else that involves. And for a long while, I'd been able to do that. And there was just one day that I woke up and really struggled to get out of bed and was extremely tired, to the point I just struggled to keep my eyes open most of the day. I did end up going to see a doctor, and she was, at the time, we had doctors that knew the families really well, not like today where you end up seeing a different doctor each time. And she knew that I'd also experienced other challenges in life. In particular, had 2 children and both had additional needs. One had been in and out of hospital a lot, and the other child had developed diabetes at 5. And so I spent a lot of time in and out of different hospitals and also meeting different physicians. And any parent who knows, if you've got any children that are sick for a period of time, that can take its toll, because it affects your sleep, and you've got to try and do that amongst everything else that you're doing. So those 2 time periods are where I had what was literally chronic fatigue, and I felt like my body was giving out. The second time I had it was I hadn't ever really completely recovered from the first time, so that when I went back to work, I went in with exactly the same mindset. Type A personality, was really career driven. It was at the beginning of my career after I'd finished the training, and hadn't probably dealt with a lot of things at the time now looking back. And that happens to any of us, and we've all got different constitutions in terms of the food that we need to eat, the type of exercise we do, whether we function well in the mornings, afternoons or evenings, and the kind of job that we do. And so one of the things I look at with in myself and with the people that I work with are, what are the things that rob us of energy, and what are the things that contribute to our energy? And it can, the most simplest and also complex way of starting to really look at the finer detail of your life to see how you either are heading towards burnout, so you need a long holiday, you need time off sick, or you need more people to support you at home, or you're already in burnout and fatigue, or you're starting to recover from burnout. At each of those phases, we've got to look at and connect with what is the energy that I'm feeling, and what activities can I do that help increase my energy? So, for example, around 2019, I'd had a serious car accident, and a couple of months afterwards, I did a healing course in quantum healing. And one of the things that I learned from that was really, it was called quantum breath. And it was really deep and pronounced breathing that you did as part of that course. And what I noticed within a few days of that continuous practice of breath work in that way was how my energy levels started to increase. So after my car accident, I combined the quantum breathing with my yoga. And at the time, I wasn't doing, Iyengar yoga, sun salutations. I was doing more of a yin style yoga at the time, which helps in terms of somatic recovery, the body start to heal, and helps process any of that stuck or blocked energy. So we have to work on all different levels. There is an idea, I don't know how true it is, that by the time you end up sick, you've probably been working hard and deploying the same behavior styles and managing life in a particular way that led up to the illness or burnout. But we know that illness and burnout is also linked with epigenetics, what's in our DNA, what have our family all also experienced, what struggles have they have, and how has that affected our DNA. So it's much deeper than the sort of simple approach that I'm putting forward in some way at the moment. I know it's way more, much deeper than that, but I can only really talk about my own personal journey and give reference to the different time points in my life where things have gone great and then where I've hit a wall, because that's what burnout can feel like. It can feel like you've been on a 26-mile marathon run and then all of a sudden you hit a wall and that is it. You're completely exhausted and can even struggle with opening the fridge and feeling and even having the energy